If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. What goes through my head? I don't know. It just pops in. What's happening, guys? Tuesday. What's going on? Thanks for joining, guys. Glad you are here. I don't know how you got here, but I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the basement. You are watching the Vape at 5. I'm your host. I'm the BlackCat. Good to see everybody. Tuesday. You know, I didn't typically during the week. I have a kind of a set schedule of things that I do, and I've been doing it that way for God knows how long now, like months. But I have my feature, then I have like a little bit more of a feature on Tuesday, and Wednesday I'm going to do a review or something different. Thursday's a pretty good build day, and then Friday's a giveaway. Well, this week I don't have a featured builder, so yesterday, first time ever, I did the giveaways on Monday, and then today I was like, what am I going to do today? Like, I don't really have any plans. There's nothing really to talk about. I looked for some advocacy stuff today, and nothing really caught my eyes. There's some drama going on with it, but I was like, I don't really feel like talking about that. I mean, it is what it is. And, so yeah, so I didn't really have a subject. So I was like, I'm going to put in some clickbait. Clickbait. I learned about it. Clickbait. Put some stuff on there. People will see and they're like, oh yeah, I gotta watch that. That looks fucking awesome. So I put a coil that almost killed me. Well, there's really no coils that have almost killed me. You know why? Because I'm fucking awesome. Greatest vaper ever. I can vape anything. No coil ever killed me. So I think today I'm gonna do a Johnny Rocket. Now, I'll explain further what a Johnny Rocket is here in a second before I start the build. But I think I'll just interact with chat today. I have an announcement to make that is really something awesome. Yeah, so something I'm very excited about. So I'll start with that. I talked to Jay yesterday briefly, and I asked him, I was like, hey man, you know, do you mind if I do if I review the Haze mod? And he's like, nah, go for it. I was like, that's awesome. I was like, you know, I didn't want to use the word review because I don't feel like I'm like, I don't know. It's weird for me to say review, something that is like that. I think it's more of a showcase than it really is a review. I'll talk about it. There's nothing about it I don't like. So it's not like a review where a review you say what you do like and what you don't like. I like everything about it. So it'll be more like a showcase. And it's also not so much a review because there's none available and there won't be any available. Only way you're going to get them now is through auction or through direct sale of an owner. Now, the owners of the mods, you know, we're kind of at liberty. I don't know if you would say use the word liberty. I don't know what it is, but we're kind of, Jay wants us to go through him with a certain amount, you know, at least for the time being, if we're going to sell our mods. So you really can't get one directly from anybody either. It's got to go through an auction. Yesterday, Jay auctioned one off on his site, and it went for $1,200. Now, it was a nice one. I thought it was pretty nice. It was a blue, I forget what's the name of that kind of look. Juma, I believe, like a blue Juma, I believe is what it was. And it's pretty nice, but I mean, it's not like one of the like better, like I didn't think it was like one of the more beautiful ones that he made. So I mean, it went for $1,200. So like I was saying the other day, like these things are gonna be double what they were worth. These things are gonna be like, these things already now are like triple what they were worth. Like if he puts one of his, like one of the more beautiful or the more detailed ones up for auction, they're gonna go for like $5,000. Probably between $2,000 and $3,000 is what they're gonna go for on auction. So yeah, so these things are pretty crazy. Like I was really amazed to see that. I told the wife today because she was really pissed that I spent $500 on a mod. She's like, you're a fucking idiot. I was like, I know. I was like, but these things are going to be worth a lot more money than you think. And it's a collector's item. You know what I mean? I told you guys about how I like to collect stuff and all that. So to me, it's like worth it. You know what I mean? But yeah, tomorrow I'm taking it out of the case. Now, I don't really use it. And the reason being is I don't want to fuck it up. And a good example of that is, I don't know if you guys belong to different Facebook groups. I hope you belong to my Facebook group, but if you don't, you should. It's awesome. But in the Wicks and Coils group, which I actually don't belong to the Wicks and Coils group just because it's a lot of jerks in there. I mean, not the people who are like the people that I know Jay. Like everybody there's like nice and cool, and you know, But a lot of people come in there and just cause, like, I don't know. So I just don't like some of the people in there just acting stupid. But yeah, it's a retirement. But apparently somebody broke the top of their haze mod yesterday. And like, I saw that picture of it, it like broke my heart. I'm like, that poor guy, you know, sat there and oh my God. Sub and my favorite nowadays. Please subscribe. Need a big name like you. Pay-per-view for you wants me to sub to his channel. That's funny. I saw Church was like, nope, you're fucking not putting that up there. Thanks, Church. So anyway, you know, it's seeing somebody break their mod like that is just, it just pained me because I know how much they spent on it, how much time they waited for it, getting the opportunity to get it, getting on there and getting it, and then to break it like after you've had it for like a week. That is just, that's brutal, man. I feel so bad for the guy that happened to. I truly, my heart truly goes out to you because I could imagine that happened to me, and hence the reason I keep mine. Mine is like I have all my stuff stored that I don't use. If I don't use it, I clean it and I store it. It goes for all my mechs, all my mods, all my RDAs, everything. I clean them and then I store them. And I have like a rotation of about 5 or 6 mods and about, I don't know, 10 RDAs that I keep out and that I rotate builds through and things like that. But like that mod, I took it out of the box. I used it. I just checked it, used it for like maybe an hour or two. I took everything apart, put it back in the box, and put it in exactly how it was. So tomorrow you'll see me open it up. All right, guys, what's going on? Let's say hi to everybody. I kind of a little long-winded there. Just kind of wanted to tell you what's going on. And so today I'm going to do the Johnny Rocket build, which I'll explain why it's called the Johnny Rocket and who it's named after. And that will be given away tomorrow during the giveaway. Now, remember to put a number in the video from yesterday in order to qualify for the giveaway tomorrow. You have to put a number in between 1 and 150. It is episode 155, I believe, and it is entitled Rigged Monday. All right, let's say hi to everybody. All right, Anarchy Coil, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Glad you are here, sir. Thanks for joining. Andrew Taylor, what's up, Andrew Taylor? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Andy C. Andy C. is no longer Andy C. Vapes. Still vapes, though. Still vaping, but he's no longer Andy C. Vapes. He is just Andy C. What's going on, man? BlackCatWhiteFace Vapes, that's me. I'm just chilling. All I'm doing today. Chilling. Vape at 5 is a chill day, man. I'll tell you, I need I need a couple days off. I need a couple days off from the Vape at 5. I'm excited. Wife and I got a little bed and breakfast we're going to this weekend. You know, taking care of business, breakfast, little bed, a lot of bed, little breakfast. And then on Sunday, my wife's into these like psychic readings. Now, I'm not really into that. Like, I don't, you know, it's just, it doesn't, you know, I think it's bullshit. She really likes it. So we're going to a gypsy psychic reading on fair on Sunday. Sunday we're doing that, so that should be interesting. You get your psychic readings and get to talk to all the psychic readers, something like that. That should be interesting because I don't believe in any of that. I'll be like, yeah, well, you had this happen to you, yeah, oh, yeah. Brian Feeney, what's up, man? How you doing? Cal's Irons, what's up, Cal's? How you doing? Charles, what's up, Charles? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. I hate when it does this. That's the one thing about this store. I love this Rage Squonk, but it's constantly misreading. Chip, it constantly misreads what the ohms are of the build, and it wants to reset like every 5 minutes. It's so annoying. Starly! What's up, Starly? How you doing, man? Good to see you. I saw you in the chat last night. I was cracking up. Charlie was in the chat for a channel that they have. It's like this big, long live show that I watch sometimes. So I don't really watch it. I watch it on replay sometimes. But it's just these guys just like calling other people out. And Charlie was right in the middle, trying to get them to get in an argument. It's pretty funny. Clint! Not on my lawn. Clint got the entire BlackCat collection. roaming the streets of Australia in his BlackCat garb, probably causing mayhem. He might be watching this from prison, or if he's not, he should be. How you doing, man? Good to see you, Clinton. Clutch! What's up, Clutch? How you doing, brother? Your brother, Starly, he's right up there. Starly and Clutch. Good to see you, man. D8, what's up, D8? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Fabian, what's up, Fabian? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Frank Einstein, what's up, Frankie? How you doing, man? Good to see you. KLR420. What's up, man? Like my hand? I did that. Pretty neat. What's up, KLR? Good to see you, man. Lou Frigo, what's up, Nick? How you doing, man? Good to see you. M16 Skills, what's up, brother? How you doing? Good to see you. Got you some ChanVapes. I hope you're enjoying it. I don't want what flavors you get. Put them in the chat. I want to see what flavors you get. I got to re-up on some. I'm running out. I just finished up my monkey business, which is like a banana. It's a banana vape, and it's really nice. Like, I don't vape it all the time. It's not my all-day. My all-day vape is fucking, as you well know, Consequence, which I just went through another. I go through one like every 3 or 4 days, one of the big bottles, and yeah. But that monkey business is real nice. I have a flavor RDA that I vape it out of that I really enjoy it. Where was I? Matt Chandler. What's up, Matt? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Not the first Kyle Jones. Won't be the last Kyle Jones, but he is BlackCat fam. Kyle Jones. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, man? Church. What's up, Church? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Glad you are here. Good, a lot of people here today. Rick. What's up, Rick? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Glad you are here, sir. Subaru. What's up, Subaru? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, man. Glad you're here. Bristol Vapor. What's up, Bristol? How you doing, brother? Great to see you. Glad you're here. Nurse Vapes. What's up, Nurse? How you doing, hon? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Hope things are well. Todd Black. What's up, Todd? How you doing? Vape review for you. What's up? Now, Vape review for you, apparently, has a YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe to Vape Review for You, I suggest you do so. I haven't watched any of your stuff yet, but I tell you what, after this show, I will be subscribing and checking out some of your videos, man. So glad you're here, buddy. Thanks for showing up. Vape Irish. What's up, Vape Irish? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Glad you're here, sir. Vape Mechanic. What's up, John? How you doing? Who's vaping now? Daha Selena. How you doing, Selena? Good to see you, hon. Glad you are here. And my brother from another mother, Mr. Woodtick Mike. What's up, my man? Good to see you. All right. Let's throw it back in the live chat. Alrighty. Someone needs to Photoshop Starling and Clutch. I agree. Somebody needs to do some Starling and Clutch stuff. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking... We're trying to figure out what we're going to be for Halloween. We went to Halloween store the other day, and I can't figure out anything I want to be. I just like... There's all kinds of great stuff. There's some really cool masks. Like, I like the Purge masks. Like the smiling faces and shit like that. Or like the mask from... You ever seen the movie The Strangers? The original one. There's 2 of them. Second one's first one's actually pretty fucking scary. Like any movie where it's like a husband and wife, and you have to and it's like a group of people trying to get them. I always think those are kind of creepy because like I'm married and like I could see my wife and I go places like this weekend. We're going somewhere it's kind of remote, and like that happened, like that'd be fucking crazy. They wouldn't have to worry about me. Like I would, you know, my wife is who they'd have to worry about. My wife would be killing motherfuckers left and right. That's for sure. She's badass. Hey, wifey, how you doing, hon? Thanks for joining. Should be a horse in a 2-person outfit. That's funny. I had one of my favorite ones. I was a grandma one time where I was carrying like myself. It was like a grandma costume you wore on your back, and then it was like looked like you were carrying yourself. It was so funny, like your grandma carrying you. I thought that was one of the funniest ones I ever did. I've done some pretty good ones. I have an idea what I'm going to be. I'd like to do a Halloween episode, just like do like something funny, but we'll see. My wife bought some. Hey, Heather Joe, how are you? Ian Thomas, good to see you, man. Clayton, what's up? Nate Frederick, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. My wife bought some like makeup to do some crazy stuff, so maybe I'll do that. She did it yesterday. It looked really fucking good, what she did. So we'll see. Colby, how you doing, man? Good to see you. All right, we're going to jump into it. So let me explain what a Johnny Rocket build is. Johnny Rocket is, I've seen a lot better fighting with my 12. Oh, yeah. Fighting with a 12-year-old. Ugh. Yeah, we had a lot of days of that. Monkey Business, Jim. Monkey Business is made by ChanVapes. It's one of their, it's a banana flavored vape that they make. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. It is one of the cleanest bananas I've ever had. Banana Bondage is my #1 banana vape. I love banana desserts. I'm not a big banana guy, but my favorite dessert is Banana Foster's, which as an alcoholic I have to be careful because it's made with Grand Marnier, but I have to be careful eating that. It is reduced, and you know, but I'm kind of weird about eating it now just because I don't drink. But yeah, I really enjoy a good banana vape, and Banana Bondage is good. Monkey Business is great. Both of them are fantastic. A lot of people love Banana Bondage. Like I'm more of a Consequence guy, but like Banana Bondage is a lot of people's favorites. It's fucking good, trust me. Just glue the dildo to your 5 head. I don't know. Church, shut up, church. Grades are dropping. We had that too. Well, yeah, we had that too with our son. He lost interest in school, and partly my fault. I was drinking at the time a lot, and you know, I have opinions on what school's all about, and I think I let him in a little bit too much information at his age, and he kind of took lost the kind of the a lot of school's bullshit, and I shouldn't have told him that, but I did, and I think it carried it with him for a while. But he got his grades up and graduated, and now he's got a fucking good job, better job than I had when I was his age. He's got a real good job now, which is nice. I really see, that's the thing. That's one thing about me, Kyle. Like, it is sweet, and I love sweet vapes. But there's no sweetener in it, so it's not a coil killer. I mean, a lot of vapes that are sweet, there's so much sweetener in it that you can only vape it for a couple of days, and you got to change your cotton, you got to change, clean your coils up. I'm not a big dry burn guy, like how you typically clean your coils. You burn them and then run them under water. I don't like doing that because that's sudden. First off, burning your coils hot red breaks down the, it compromises the metal. First off, it does. No matter what metal it is, if you burn them hot, it's going to compromise the metal in some way. And if you were to look at it under a microscope, you would see that the metal is compromised. The sudden change in temperature, meaning that the extreme heat to water, cooling it down immediately like that, also compromises the metal because it's expanding, constricting. There's microscopic particles that are breaking off on that. And I don't like cleaning my coils like a lot of time. And that's why, like as a builder, I'll just throw them away and vape a new pair. But you have to be careful doing that over and over again. So why I say that is when you have to clean your coils a lot, you're doing that constantly to those coils, you're busting them up. And it's better. I don't know what the long-term effect of that is, but taking in metal particles into your lungs is, I can't see that being good. So maybe something we don't. Yeah. Facebook PM you later. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, wifey. Yeah, you want to? You can. I'm not a. I'm definitely not a parental. I wouldn't give parental guidance to many people. I have kids, but that's about it. But yeah, feel free. Some of us are next for level. And that's one advantage, Frank. That's one advantage is, yeah, I can pretty much whatever I want to vape, I can make. And so yeah. But when you build, like Clinton said, when you build coils, you never have to clean them. And I rarely do. But using a Dory liquid, you don't really have to. Like I've been vaping these now for about, since I got my BTFC. This is the same build I had in it. And I've had this BTFC for over a month. And you'll look, they're dirty. They're no way, shape, or form can I say they're clean. They're dirty, and they certainly need changed out. But you'll notice that the cotton in it is fairly new. I replace the cotton about every 3 to 4 days. But I don't clean the coils. Like the coils are still exactly how they would look after about 6 weeks of usage. I don't burn them. I don't clean them off. I just change. I'll run water over, maybe brush them with an old toothbrush or something like that, and then re-wick them, but I don't dry burn them and clean them off. So, all right, so the Johnny Rocket build is a fantastic fantastic mech device build. It was my original mech device, or not my original, but it was the mech device build I used for probably 6 months. Just because it performs extremely well, great flavor, great vapor production, and it really quick ramp up, and that's what you want with your mech device. What it consists of, it's a 4-core 28 gauge Alien. It is 4 wrap on a 3mm jig. So you can get it between 0.8 all the way up to 0.9, depending on the metal that you want to use. Typically, Johnny would do them in 2 metals, either stainless steel or nichrome 90. Today, I'm going to do them in nichrome 80. I just don't feel comfortable sending out nichrome 90 4 wrap on a 3. It's under 0.08. It's a little too low to send out. This one will be around, I believe it comes out to almost 0.09, which I feel a little bit more comfortable sending out. Plus, I have a lot of nichrome 28, and I might as well use it. If I was making them for myself, I would do nichrome 90, but again, I just don't feel comfortable sending them out as nichrome 90. Typically, nichrome 90 I send out. I do 27 gauge, 3-core 27 gauge on a 3 wrap, 5 wrap on a 3mm jig, and it comes out to about right at 0.1. So, to do this build, so you have 4 28 gauge. What the decor you're going to do for this build is a 25 gauge. Now, you can do 26 gauge and it will work, but 25 gauge lays so much better. It is just, it is perfect for the 424 gauge or 428 gauge. It's absolutely perfect. So I'm going to do a nice 25 gauge decor. I'm going to use nichrome 80 and then nichrome 80 cores. So it'll be on nichrome 80 build. I try to stay consistent with my metals. Unless I'm doing them like a build I'm going to color up, then I'll mix them up just to get the different the color contrast. But for this build, I'm going to stay consistent with the metals. And I don't need that much. I really don't need that much. I need roughly about 7 inches total is all I need. So we'll see how much I'll just do the whole thing, whatever I do. But you really only need about 3.5 inch per coil because you're only doing a 4 wrap on a 3mm jig. So it's not that big at all. Let me grab it off of here. There we go. So it takes some 25 gauge. I'm going to take out about 15 inches. Straighten it out. Cut this off. Now I'm going to take you guys up top too so you can see me prep it. Or I'm going to take it to the macro camera here. Not really a macro camera because I don't put a macro lens on it, but I'll just call it the helicopter cam. Yeah, that's a good name for it. Let's call it the helicopter cam. I'll take it up here so you guys can see me prep it. All right. About right there. Just tighten this up. Let me get that here so I can see what it looks like. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's bring it back this way just a bit. And focus it. There we go. Perfect. All right. So, got about, I would say, between 15 and 18 inches of 25 gauge. Just going to wrap it onto my Cal's iron swivel system that I have been using constantly. I love this thing. And we're going to bend this up. Move that out of the way. All right. Now, I'm going to use, what I typically always use is 36 gauge. And the reason I use 36 gauge is it wears out longer, and I just like it so much better than I like. I mean, 38 gauge is a little easier. 40 gauge is probably, it's about the same, but 36 gauge just wears so much better. All right, that looks good. Got some 36 gauge nichrome. And we're going to make a nice tight clap in here. And then we'll prep those 4 cores. And that will be our build. All right. Hey, Kim. Oh, not paying attention. Damn it. Alright, went back on myself. That's it. You know, Merle, I use the tension on mine. I don't really stretch it, so I don't have to worry about it too much. It is low, Clint. It's low. I love it. I love the Micro 90 though. Cut this off of here. There we go. All right, so we got nice little Clapton here. Put this away. So I organized my wire a little better. That's what I should do today when I get done. I'll show you guys my wire, how much fucking wire. This isn't even all of it. Like I have next to me. It's like basically I have backups of everything like stored, and then I have one of everything. I'm fucking weird about it. All right, cut this off here, pull it off. All right, there's my decor. Take this 25 gauge and I'm going to save it in case I want to make another one. Just put it right over here. All right, so we're going to take some 28 gauge Nichrome 80, and I'm going to cut off two pieces. Roughly, let's see, I don't need that much, but I always make more than enough. So I'll probably cut off two pieces, about 18 inches. That will give me plenty. Blow my nose. So this will be an all kidney puncher build today. All right. So take this here, about right there, stretch it out. Cut the first one here. Grab the second one here. Stretch it out. Give it a tug. Now I'm just tugging it to straighten it. And cut this one off here. I finished up a series yesterday with on Netflix called The Haunting on Hill House. Have you guys watched this? Haunting on Hill House? It's fucking fantastic. It is so good. It's actually scary. Like I don't typically get scared watching movies or anything like that. It's fucking scary. It's creepy as hell. But it's on Netflix. Been on there for about a month. They got a bunch of scary stuff on there right now just because of Halloween. If you get a chance, it is a really, really good one to watch. All right, so I'm just going to cut these so these are even. Clear that away. All right, so I got two pieces of 28 gauge here. Make sure they're nice and even. All right, perfect. Got a little piece of 30 gauge there I can use. Let me cut off a piece of 38 gauge for this to tie it off. That's all I need. And I need a little piece of ribbon to use as a slider. On these 4-cores, I think it is almost vital on these 4-core round wires that you got to use a slider, man. You know how I am. And I'm such a creature of habit, and I always have done it this way, so I just keep doing it. I even use them on my 3 cores, even though I kind of just move them out of the way, but I just always prep it the same way. Yeah, it's good, wifey. You'll like it, hon. It is really, really good. It's that, and then I started watching the 2nd season of Making a Murderer. Now, if you remember Making a Murderer was about a guy, I believe he's in Wisconsin, who was accused of a rape and murder several years ago, back in the 80s, and then they determined that he did not do it through DNA analysis. They found another guy had done it, and they let him out of prison. Well, then about a couple years later, he gets arrested again for another murder of a woman, and they put him in jail. And the Making a Murderer show is about how they're trying to get this guy out of jail and how he didn't do it. So the 1st season was really good. They got a 2nd season now. The 2nd season, he got convicted, so he's in jail. And the 2nd season is about trying to get him out. So I've been watching that as well. One thing about those shows, though, you have to take into account, and I'm not saying whether he did it or didn't do it. I think that's, everybody's got their own opinion. But I will say this. On those shows, you have to understand they're only showing you what they want to show you, right? It's an edited version of what is actually happening. So a lot of times people get all up in arms about things like this, and, they don't have all the facts. And I'm not saying he did it or didn't do it. I'm not saying any of that. But I think it's good to watch it and just kind of view it as entertainment. Even though it is somebody's life, you know what I mean? You're not really, I wouldn't invest too much into what you see. Now, I do think there's exceptions to that. And there was a show a while ago that kind of started this whole, this was really the first one that really had this, it was a documentary about 3 children who were murdered, called Paradise Lost. And the 3 kids they convicted for were also children. They convicted them of killing them. And that show, I kind of got into it. I really enjoyed it. They made 2 follow-ups to it. And ultimately, the children who committed the murders were called the West Memphis 3. You're probably familiar. I'm sure some people have seen it. It's very popular. They were actually acquitted. Well, they weren't acquitted, but they were released from prison after they pled guilty, which is kind of weird. It's some kind of law they could do. But it was it's a very interesting series, and that was one I kind of got into, and I actually kind of went back and forth on whether I thought they did it, but ultimately I came to just a personal conclusion. I just didn't think they did it. And I don't know. I think a lot of people kind of came to that conclusion that they didn't do it. But there's still people who think they did. And, that's everybody. Everybody has their own right to their own opinion with things like that. That's for sure. Just because somebody thinks a certain way doesn't mean that you have to think that way or vice versa. But, yeah, it was. So this Making a Murderer goes along that same format. And wrongful convictions are the only ways to get ratings. Like, they're not going to get ratings if the guy did it and they're like showing him being convicted. You know what I mean? The only way they're going to get ratings for the show is if they show that he didn't do it. So you have to keep that into account when you're watching it. But there's some odd things. There really is. I have to say, there's some odd things about it that make you kind of go, wow. Kind of make you go, that just doesn't sound right. But I think also, and this is kind of just a weird thing, but I think also that people want to see that type of entertainment. They want them to be innocent of the crime and get off and things like that. I think people do want to see that. So that's part of it as well. It's kind of human nature. I want to see people, not do things, I guess, and be innocent. But again, if he's not, then, if that's another thing people leave out is if he didn't do it, then who the fuck did? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who's the fucking killer if they didn't do it? Yeah, Clinton, I think a lot of people think they're innocent. The West Memphis 3. I'll tell you. And it goes back to these... Hey, Jeb. It goes back to this something I do believe that a lot of innocent people do confess to crimes, and I think that there's a PBS series called Frontline that had a show on about, I can't recall the actual name of the show, but basically what it did was it was 6 men who all didn't know each other, but all admitted to the same crime. And they ended up prosecuting all 6 and putting all 6 in jail. And they ultimately got rid of all of them. And the hey, what's up, Adam? How you doing, man? I can't remember something. I'll have to look it up. It was like something innocence or something. But it's basically about false admissions of guilt. And it was really good, but it just showed how people will, under certain circumstances, how you can convince people that it's in their best interest to just go ahead and admit they did it, that they already have them, and they already, they have all this evidence against you and things like that. And it's just better to just go ahead and admit you did it than to actually stick by your guns and say you didn't. And that's one thing about the case that that's one thing about the show that I'm watching now, The Making a Murder, is that Stephen Avery guy has never admitted that he did it. He never admitted it, that if he didn't do it, whatever. But he's never come out and said that he's done it. So, that's the big difference. He's never admitted it, unlike a lot of other people. And that's the same thing with the West Memphis 3, is they never did it. They never admitted to it either. So that's one of the differences. Which one, Irish? Irish said there's another documentary. I didn't catch the name of it, though. All right. Sounded a bit gargly. So I just, man, I'm super tired. I'm super, super tired. That's another thing I was talking about, like taking a break from doing the show for a few days is going to be good. I need some sleep, man. I really, really do. We had some stuff going on in the house here recently that has just been exhausting. But I think I'm getting chicken wings tonight, so that's a good thing. All right, so here we go. Let's wrap this up. Looking good. All right, looks really good. So let's go ahead and just flatten it out, straighten everything up, and then we'll just go ahead and fuse it. Oops, did I hit it? I did, that's all right. Keep that there. All right. Taking this right on down. All right, move that down some. Okay, my decor's got some dust on it. All right. Oops. So right there. Don't want to wrap this dust up in it, or I might not be able to get it off. Oh shit! There you go. I fuck up the decor. All right, roll that on down. All right, pull this down just a bit more. So I do it in about inch blocks. I don't know if you noticed that. I do about an inch, and I move the slider to an inch. Never move my fuse hand. My fuse hand always stays the same. Same tension on the D-core. You want it nice and tight. I watch right below the core, because I'm watching it how far my stretch is as it rolls up. And if my stretch is, if my D-core isn't stretched enough, then I just increase tension on the fuse wire to stretch it out just a bit more as it's fusing. If it's overstretched, then I just release tension and let it roll right through my hands. So I'm just gauging tension by sight and then correcting it with my fuse hand as it goes down. Really, really easy way to do it. That way you don't have to worry about your stretch at all. You can just do it on the fly. Kind of a modified version of a no stretch is what it ultimately is. All right, almost done, guys. All right, now I'm just going to speed it up and finish it out. I got about 1.5 feet of D-core left. All right, there we go. That is it. I may have enough for 3 coils. Let's see here how much I actually have. Cut that here, cut it here, set it down there, take a look at it. All right, first thing I'm going to do is, there's no twists in it. There's a little twist in it, but I just take my nylons and I run them straight down, keeping it nice and flat. I got a really nice flat fuse here. So you got lots of surface area for your for juice to heat up. Take it down here. I have not enough. Just under 9 inches. So I got a little divot in there. So cut that end off, and we'll cut this in half, and I'll wrap her up. We will be done for today. 4 each. There we go. One's a little bit longer than the other. Let's clean that one up. This is a really pretty coil. Looks really, the stick looks really, really nice. All right, let's wrap these up. So, for wrap, I'm going to leave enough of a tail on it so that if you want to add a wrap to it, you can. Make it a 5 wrap. That way, if you don't want to vape under 1, you can certainly do that. Take this on here. I'm going to twist this around. Just running my nylons up it, twisting it as I go, flattening it out. Perfect. All right. Want it to be nice and flat when it's laying. And there's 4. All right, 4 wrap. 3 mil jig. And we'll cut. So I'm leaving a ton of tail on here. So you've got plenty to put an extra wrap on it if you like. Right. Straighten this one out. Just take your nylons, press it up. I don't know, you guys can't see. Son of a bitch. I just take my nylons and press it up after I put it in the vise. Just like this. Just take your nylons and just go up. press it up so it's nice and flat, because you want it to be nice and flat. When you go to wrap it onto your jig, you want it to be nice and flat on your jig. You don't want it bent at all. If it's bent, then it compromises the coil. You want it to be nice and flat surface area. 2, 3, 4. Take it down, give it a nice pull, set it in there nice. There we go. Cut this one off. And these are Johnny Rockets. So let's take a look at them. Put down there. Tune that in a bit. There you go. One set. And I will give these away tomorrow. Put them in here. Let's see if I can get these on here. All right, guys, bring it back up. All right, actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave these right here because these are going out for tomorrow. I have a bunch of stuff going out tomorrow, so I will make sure I get all. No, not tomorrow. On Thursday, I got a bunch of stuff. Last week's winner, which I can't. Oh, it was a clutch. Last week's winner for the door stuff that will be going out. This week's winner will be going out, and the stuff I gave away yesterday will be going out. All on Thursday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, it's funny because I remember when I did when I first started building live on YouTube, I did a 4-corner, I fucked it up, and it's like now they're so routine to me. You know, it's funny how you just building live is different, obviously. But once you get used to it, it becomes, you know, it doesn't really. It's a lot easier. You just got to keep talking. Basically, the only thing about it. You know what I mean? Just keep talking and don't mess up. Hey, Raja. All right, guys, that's your down and dirty quick Vape at 5 today. I'm giving you 15 minutes back to your life that you can go and do whatever you like. I am going to take that 15 minutes and drive to Roosters and have some chicken wings because I'm fucking starving. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. Tonight on YouTube, you got Fog Life. I think that's on at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So check that out. And you have Nick will be live tonight twice. He'll be live before Fog Life and then after Fog Life. So tune in for that. Tomorrow, we will be showcasing the Haze mod. So show up tomorrow to take a look at that. I'll talk about it, the design of it and everything, best I can. And we'll really enjoy that. So I'll see you tomorrow on the Vape at 5. You're in recovery. Stay strong. And I promise I will too. See you tomorrow.